The Theory of Everything is a 2014 biographical film which is set at Cambridge University in 1963 and which has as its main actor Eddie Redmayne, who won an Academy Award as Best Actor, playing wonderfully the character of the famous cosmologist, physician and astrophysicist Stephen Hawking. The scientist, one of the greatest and most brilliant minds of our century, not only in the science, died a few months ago, to be exact, on the 14th of March 2018, even if, as a young man, at the age of 21, after the diagnosis of a degenerative disease, he had a 2 year life expectancy. The movie, directed by James Marsh, is the adaptation of the memoir Traveling to the Infinity, My Life with Stephen by Jane Wilde Hawking, Stephen's ex-wife. It wasn't easy at all to convince Jane to be able to take the story of her book to make a movie. In fact, it took 3 years to have the agreement of the woman. In the book that inspired the movie, Jane narrates her love story and her 20 years with Stephen. The two young lovers come from two different academic environments. While she's a young religious girl studying English and Spanish languages and literature, he has always shown his interests for science, especially for cosmology. Stephen is looking for an unique and elegant equation that could explain the whole universe.
Of course, we have chapter 4, this black hole at the beginning of time.
Space-time singularity.
Indeed. It's brilliant. Brilliant, Stephen. Superb. And therefore, all there is to say is well done. Or perhaps I should say, to be more precise, well done, Doctor.
Bravo, Stephen.
An extraordinary theory.
Thank you.
But destiny has something in store for the two young students, and it's not good news. Stephen was diagnosed with a degenerative disease, which soon will bring him to spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair. Nevertheless, love conquers all, so the two young adults, already falling in love, decide to get married. Stephen is also able to get his doctorate in physics that he was been dreaming about at Cambridge University, while Jane, magnificently played by the great actress Felicity Jones, with enormous persistence and determination, fights her husband's disease every day, and she's always by Stephen's side. Thanks to her, the physician was able to study right the thing he missed the most, the time. Time has always been a topic that fascinated the British astrophysicists, who always questioned about when the universe had its start, when will it end, and everything among these points.
Yeah. Universe is expanding, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so if you reverse time, then the universe is getting smaller.
All right.
So, what if I reverse the process all the way back to see what happened at the beginning of time itself?
At the beginning of time itself?
Yes. So the universe getting smaller and smaller, getting denser and denser, hotter and hotter as we...
You mean wind back the clock?
Yeah, exactly, wind back the clock.
Wind back the clock.
Is that what you're doing? You're winding back the clock?
Stephen's health is deteriorating until he got through a tracheotomy, which will leave him unable to speak. But his brilliant mind still speaks louder than ever, and nothing can stop a genius like him. Thanks to a nurse called Elaine, the scientist will be able to speak again through a spelling board, and he decides to publish his first book called A Brief History of Time, From the Big Bang to Black Holes. Meanwhile, his feelings for Jane are fading with time, so he accepts the relationship of his now ex-wife and Jonathan, while he begins to feel something for Elaine, his nurse. Now Stephen is able to speak thanks to a built-in voice synthesizer and thanks to the success of his first book. There are some important differences between the book and the movie. In the book, Jane already knew about Stephen's disease because some friends of her had told her about it before. In the movie, she discovers about his disease just at a later stage. The movie is more about their love story and the 20 years spent together, and it dedicates much less space to Steven's scientific career. So even if it's really realistic, the movie is a very romanticized biography of the scientist's life. There are some more differences about the characters. In the book, Jane doesn't describe Stephen as a sweet and romantic man as he appears in the movie, but as an eccentric and bizarre man. The movie highlights Stephen's real sense of humor. He always puts some jokes in his books in order to make more interesting his reading, and in my opinion, this is the greatest thing of the movie.
It has been one of the great joys of my life to watch this man defy every expectation, both scientific and personal. Please welcome onto the stage my esteemed colleague, my dear friend, Professor Hawking.
The movie shows Stephen also principally in his human side. It shows him not only as a genius but also as a husband and a dad, and mainly as a real and always optimistic. Also, the main actor, Eddie Redmayne, said that he was impressed by the experiences Hawking had from the 1963 and by all he has done since that. He also said Stephen Hawking is a symbol of hope. The theory of everything as the memory traveling to the infinity, My Life with Stephen, is a demonstration of the enormous courage of two young adults. Nevertheless, the difficulties that the destiny had in store for them, they symbolize that love conquers all, because it is the most powerful thing that exists, the motor of the universe. In this case, it's a love that challenges and overcomes any medical diagnosis, because, as Stephen said in a public conference, while there's life, there's hope.
We are all different. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there is life, there is hope.